The establishment of Boston was part of a larger movement known as the Great Migration, which saw thousands of English Puritans migrate to the New World during the early 17th century. Driven by a desire for religious freedom and the opportunity to create a society based on their interpretation of Puritan ideals, these migrants sought to escape the religious persecution they faced in England. In 1630, the Arbella fleet, led by John Winthrop and carrying the first wave of Puritan settlers, arrived in the Massachusetts Bay Area. The fleet included several ships, with the Arbella serving as the flagship. The settlers initially landed in Salem, but concerns about resources and the suitability of the location led them to relocate to the Shawmut Peninsula, where Boston was founded. The vision for Boston and the Massachusetts Bay Colony as a whole was articulated by John Winthrop in his sermon aboard the Arbella. In A Model of Christian Charity, Winthrop expressed the idea that the colony should be a city upon a hill, a shining example of moral and religious rectitude that others would look to for guidance. This vision laid the groundwork for the Puritan experiment in creating a community based on shared values and mutual support. Boston was officially founded in 1630, and its early years were marked by rapid growth and development. The settlers engaged in the challenging task of clearing land, constructing dwellings, and establishing the basic infrastructure necessary for a thriving community. The town's proximity to the harbor made it a strategic location for trade and commerce. Boston quickly emerged as a central hub of Puritan life and governance. The Puritans' commitment to congregationalism, a form of church governance where each congregation had autonomy, was reflected in Boston's religious institutions. Churches were established, and the religious life of the community became intricately woven into its social fabric. Local governance in Boston and the Massachusetts Bay Colony was characterized by town meetings. These meetings provided a platform for residents to actively participate in decision-making processes, reflecting the Puritans' commitment to a form of direct democracy. Decisions related to community matters, including budgets, regulations, and town policies, were made collectively. Boston's early economic activities were diverse, reflecting the settlers' adaptability and resourcefulness. The town engaged in agriculture, fishing, and trade. The harbor facilitated maritime activities, and Boston became a key center for shipbuilding. Trade networks were established with England and other colonies, contributing to the economic prosperity of the town. One of the enduring legacies of Boston is its commitment to education. In 1636, just 6 years after the founding of the town, the Massachusetts Bay Colony allocated funds for the establishment of a college. This institution, initially named New College, later became Harvard College, the first institution of higher learning in the English colonies. The founding of Harvard underscored the Puritans' emphasis on education and the belief that an educated clergy was essential for the well-being of the community. While Boston thrived in many aspects, it was not immune to challenges and conflicts. The pursuit of religious uniformity led to tensions and conflicts with dissenting voices, such as those of Roger Williams and Anne Hutchinson, who were ultimately expelled from the colony. Land disputes with Native American tribes also posed challenges, and the growing influence of the planter class contributed to social stratification. As Boston continued to grow, the landscape of the town evolved. Streets were laid out, and structures such as the Old State House and the Old North Church became iconic symbols of the town's rich history. The development of Boston reflected the broader patterns of settlement and urbanization in the expanding English colonies. The founding of Boston had a lasting impact on the trajectory of American history. The principles of religious freedom, participatory governance, and educational emphasis established in Boston influenced the broader development of New England towns and contributed to the shaping of American ideals. Boston's role as a center of Puritan life, with its emphasis on moral virtue and communal values, left an indelible mark on the cultural and social fabric of the United States.